Hello, is screen visible? Hello.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. See, the topic for today is polymorphism. So poly means many. Okay. So what is polymorphism? Polymorphism is the ability for a class to have property which can which can work differently in different situations, or we can also say polymorphism is the ability to take more than one form. Polymorphism is the ability for a class to take more than one form, to behave differently. Okay. Differently in different situations. Okay. So what is polymorphism? Polymorphism is the ability for a class to have a property like member method, obviously, which can work differently in different situations. So in different situations, a method can work differently. Sometimes it will work like something, and at different time it will work differently. So polymorphism is the ability for a class. Okay. Polymorphism is the ability for a class to take more than one form. A class can take more than one form. A class can behave differently in different situations. Okay. Like if you like, let's take an example of shape of water. Okay, example. So what is the shape of a water? Shape of water. So water does not have its own shape, but the shape of water depends on like the thing in which you have the water. If you have the water in bottle, then the shape of water is the shape of bottle. If you have the water in a glass, so the shape of water is the shape of glass. It means the water does not have its own shape, but the shape depends on the thing in which the water is present. Okay, so it does not have its own shape, but it has different shapes. It has no any fixed shape. It has many shapes. So if there is a class, and in that class we have a method named ABCD. So ABCD method, when you call, so suppose now it is working like a rectangle, and after a few times, if you call that shape like that ABCD method, it is working like a triangle. And again, after some time, if you are calling the same ABCD method, it is working like a circle. So if the same method works differently in different situations, that is called polymorphism here in Java. And it is of two types. Types of polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism, runtime polymorphism. It means when we compile the Java program, at the time of compilation, polymorphism happens. When polymorphism happens at the compile time, then it is called compile time polymorphism. And when polymorphism happens at runtime, it is called runtime polymorphism. So, what we can do to achieve compile time polymorphism? Like, what code we write for this compile time polymorphism? Method overloading. If we have method overloading in a class, like if we have different methods with the same name, that is called method overloading. We have discussed this in the last class, or like second last class, that what is method overloading. So if we have more than one method with the same name in a class, so it is called method overloading. And method overloading is achieved at compile time. When we compile the Java program, then makes compiler understands that what all methods will perform. What is the functionality of different methods with the same name? So it is achieved at compile time, means it is checked at compile time if there is any syntax error or not. When you have multiple methods with the same name, so when it is checked whether which method to call, which method will be called, and when the specific method will be called, so everything is checked at compile time when you do method overloading. Okay, and runtime means method overriding. What is method overriding? So method overloading means multiple methods with the same name in a single class. Method overriding means multiple methods with the same name in different classes. And different classes means parent child classes. Suppose if we have test method in class A and we are creating child class of A, the class B, like class B extends A, and again we are writing test method in B class. So test method is available in parent class as well as in child class. So this is an example of method overriding, and method overriding is achieved at runtime. When we run the program, then method overriding works. When we compile the program, method overloading works. Okay. Whenever we have method overloading, so it is achieved at compile time. When we compile the Java program, compiler checks whether everything is okay or not. And when we do method overriding, so at runtime, when we execute the program, then it is achieved. So this is also called compile time polymorphism, method overloading. Okay. Method overloading means Compile time polymorphism, method overriding means runtime polymorphism. Okay. So method overloading, method overriding. Let's have an example. Online DDB. Suppose there is a class A, and inside this class, mm, like my math. Class name is my math. Okay. In my math, we have uh, int some method, int num1, comma int num2. Okay. Return num1 plus num2. Int sum num1, comma num2, comma num3. Okay. So my math int sum num1, num2, return num1 plus num2, num1, num2, num3, return num1 plus num2 plus num3. Okay. Num1 plus num2, num1, num2, num3. Comma int num4. So this is called a method overloading. Okay. Like my math equal to new my math. Okay. And suppose here we are calling math dot sum 5 comma 6, math dot sum 5 comma 6 comma 7, 6 comma 7 comma 8. Okay. So this is compile time polymorphism and method overloading. We say this when we compile this program, compiler will check whether this math reference has whatever the class of it is. If it has some method with two parameters, so yes, it has some method with two parameters. It will not execute, it will just check whether through this reference can we access some method with two integer values, integer parameters. So yes, it is okay. That is returning also int. So syntactically, it is correct. Grammatically, it is correct. Again, it will check whether this match reference dot sum can we access this sum, a sum method with three integer parameters with this reference. So it will get to know, yes, it is correct. So this is syntactically, grammatically correct. Again, it will check if we can access this through this reference, the sum method with four integer parameters. Yes, it is okay. And it is returning something. So at the time of compilation, it will be checked whether to call which method at which line. So this is an example of compile time polymorphism. Okay, or method overloading. Say 11, 18, 26, 5 plus 6, 11, 5 plus 6, 11 plus 7, 18, 5, 6, 7, 18 plus 8, 26. Okay, so it is an example of compile time polymorphism. What about runtime polymorphism? So in compile time polymorphism, method overloading means multiple methods with the same name in the same class. See, all these three methods are available in my math class. Every method is in the same class. But what about if we have methods in different classes? See, like class shape. So shape void print no shape. Okay, class triangle extends shape. It means this is a triangle class which is child class of this shape class. Okay, see, if parent, if there is a parent and child class and parent child has same method, doesn't matter what their body is, what you have written inside the method body, what block of statements are, doesn't matter. The only things which matters is the method name. It is called runtime polymorphism. Okay, suppose if you have another class circle extends shape. Okay, class square extends shape square. So this is the shape class, and we have three different classes: triangle, circle, square. So in triangle, we are printing triangle, or doesn't matter, like whatever the code it is. Okay. So which code will be executed? So shape sh h equal to new shape. Okay. Sh dot print. So what it will print? It will print no shape. And what kind of inheritance is this? Single level. Why? This is shape class. So triangle is the child of shape. Square is child of shape. Circle is child of shape. This is not multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance Java does not support. Multiple inheritance means multiple classes will be the parent of a single class. So a single class cannot have multiple parents. It is grammatically incorrect in Java. Okay, like there is no any child which can have multiple parents. In real life, it is not possible. Okay, but in real life, it is possible that there is a parent which has three children. It is possible. A single parent can have multiple children. It is possible in real life also. So this kind of example is this. Okay. So why runtime polymorphism? As we discussed earlier, that like to behave differently in different situations. And parent class, so far what we have learned, like a class can refer to the object of the same class. a reference of a class cannot refer to object of different class. We have learned so far. Okay, if there is an object of teacher class, and here we have student class. So student class reference cannot refer to teacher class object. A reference of a class can only refer to the object of the same class. We have learned so far, but now we will learn some different thing. Parent class can refer to the object of its child class. Okay, this is what we will learn today. Parent class can refer to the object of child class, but child class cannot refer to the object of parent class. Okay. Parent class reference can refer to child class object and can only access to those properties which the child class has inherited. Child class reference cannot refer to parent class object. Okay, so this is the reference of shape class, and this is the object of shape class. So it is okay. A reference of a class can refer to the object of same class. This is what we have learned so far. It is okay. But what we are learning new thing, shape sh equal to new triangle. This is the new thing. Parent class reference can refer to object of child class. Parent class reference can refer to child class object and only access to those properties which the child class has inherited. Suppose this triangle class has another method, void test. Okay, so shape class object reference, this is the reference, can refer to child class object because triangle is child of shape. See, triangle is child of shape because it is extending shape. So when you write here sh dot print, so what it will print? It will print triangle. Here we have written sh dot print. Again we have written sh dot print. So this sh dot print will refer to, like, will print no shape because here sh is referring to the object of shape class. Now here sh is referring to sh. This sh is referring to the object of shape class. So this print will work whatever the code we have written in shape class. Now the same sh is referring to object of triangle class. Now when this sh will print, so what it will print? The triangle class print method will work. Sh equal to new circle. Now sh dot print. What will be printed here? Circle. The circle's print method will work here. If sh is referring to the object of new square, okay. Now sh dot print, this will print square. See, when we run this program, no shape, triangle, circle, square. Every time we are just calling print method with this sh, and this sh is the reference of shape class. So first time this shape class print method is printing no shape. So which print method is getting accessed here? this print method, shape class print method. Now this sh is referring to the object of triangle class, like the child class. Again, when we write sh.print, so which print method will be accessed here? So it will check like which object this sh is referring to. Here this sh is referring to the object of triangle class. So it will check if the triangle class has print method or not. If the triangle class has print method, so triangle class's print method will work. If the triangle class has no any print method, parent class's print method will work, like the shape class. Suppose if we have class rectangle extends shape, okay, and void test system.out.println. We are printing string. So this is test method. There is no any print method. Now, if sh equal to new rectangle sh.print, it will print no shape. Why? Because the object which this reference is referring to has no print method. So if the object has no print method, so it will print the own print method, because shape class has its own print method. But if rectangle class has print method, then it will print rectangle class's print method. Okay. Suppose here in triangle class, we have test method. Okay. Testing. Test method. So in triangle class, we have print and test both methods. So when it is referring to new triangle, so sh.print, sh.test, it is syntax error. See, why it is syntax error? Because if it is referring to new triangle, triangle classes object, so triangle class has print and test both methods. So sh can be like accessing print and test both methods, but no. A parent class reference can only refer to child classes those properties which child class has inherited from the parent class. So print method has inherited this triangle class from its parent class. That is why parent class can access the print method, and test class, this triangle class, has not inherited from its parent class. That is why parent class has no any access to the property which child class has not inherited from parent. So when more than one method in a same class we have is called method overloading, and when we have same method in different classes and in parent child class, it is called method overriding. So in method overriding, why do we have method overriding concept? So we have method overriding concept in Java for the situations in which, suppose there is a class which wants to access, or suppose there is a class which has same method in its child class, and if parent class wants to access child class property, for that situation we have method overriding. And through method overriding, parent class can only access to the property of child class which each has inherited from the parent. So there is printf, same signature, no parameter, no parameter. So when we call print method, which print method will be called? So the first priority is to call child class's print method. If there is no any such method in child class, it will call parent class's print method, like square, sorry, rectangle. So rectangle has no any print method. So when we are referring to rectangle class object and calling print method, so it will call its own print method. The parent class will call its own print method because its child has no any print method. Okay. So parent class reference can only refer to child classes, those properties which the child class has inherited. And parent class reference can refer to child class properties, but only those properties which has been from inherited from the parent class. So
Vishal,
this is,
sorry
yes.
here. So when you're saying that particular property has been inherited from its parent class, right? It means
Hmm.
that it's like method kind of a method overloading, is it? The method with the same name in its parent and the child class.
Yeah, method
So
name is same. In method overloading, we have to have
method
different parameters.
correct, yeah.
In method overloading, we have to have different parameters. But in method
Hmm.
overriding, there is no
Hmm.
need to have different parameters. If you have
Hmm.
different parameters, then no problem. If you are passing nothing, this will work. And if you are passing the parameter method will work.
Hmm.
Give me
No,
1 minute.
one
There is a
question
call.
is yeah.
Uh, 1 minute. Yes, Niveda, tell me what you were asking.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, my question was like it's not able to access the test method, right? So
Yeah,
you said properties are
yeah.
not
Parent,
inherited.
see, child class can access every property of parent class. Okay,
Hmm.
but parent class can access only property of child class which are inherited. Now tell me, is it clear or doubt?
So here you are saying which are inherited, right?
Yeah,
So that means in the particular class triangle we have already it extends shape. That means it has inherited from shape,
yeah,
correct?
yeah. It inherited
So then,
print method only.
sorry, inherited.
Print method only from its parent, because test is not in the parent class. Test is the method
Okay.
of triangle class. It is not
Uh,
inherited from the parent class. Okay,
okay, okay.
that is
Right.
why parent class can see. Uh, in real life also, my father legally cannot access to my properties like the plot or flat or any bungalow which I have bought on my name. But I have the access of all the properties of my father because I am the child of my father. So in real life also, Java is based object-oriented programming languages today, not C++. C++ is also object-oriented programming language, but like there is some problem in C++. But in Java, it is totally based on real life. Okay, so child class can access everything of its parent class, everything. But parent class can only access properties of its child class which are inherited. Like this test method, suppose this is a bungalow which triangle has bought. This is a person and shape is parent of this person. So triangle has inherited print from its parent class. It has inherited a flat or 3 BHK flat, and it has like changed some decoration or the color of that flat. Okay. So still the flat is in the name of its father. It has the authority to access it, but the name written on paper is shape. The flat is of shape person. Okay, the flat is of shape person.
Okay.
Doesn't matter like it has changed the color, it has modified some structure, but the name on the paper document legally is shape. Okay, but when this triangle person is buying a new property, another 2 BHK flat on triangle's name, so legally or like according to the government of India rule or any legal like authority or something, shape cannot have any access to child's property legally. If child ask his or her parent to come to this property and access, then it is okay. But legally, this shape class has no any access to this property legally on paper document. But child has legal access to parent's property.
Okay, I got it.
Is it okay?
Yes, yes, yes. Got it.
So
Thank
parent class can access only which are inherited, and child class can access every property of parent class. Okay. So any other people? Do you have any doubt in this method overriding or runtime polymorphism? And this is like getting changed at runtime, not compile time. Compiler will only check whether the syntax is valid or not. Like this shape sh, new shape, sh equal to new triangle, still it is okay. Because according to the rule of compiler, compilation rule, so a parent class reference can refer to child class object. It is okay. Parent class reference can refer to child class object. It is okay according to the grammar. And it can only access those properties of child class which are inherited. But when you write here sh dot test, so what kind of error this? Compile time or runtime? It is runtime error. Sorry, compile time error. Because according to the grammar or rule of Java, the grammar of Java, parent class reference can only access to child classes those properties which are inherited, not those properties which are not inherited. So this line is the problem of compilation. See, compilation failed. Okay. And runtime errors, we have another chapter, exception handling. There we'll be learning what runtime exceptions are, runtime errors are. So method overriding is achieved at runtime, and method overloading is achieved at compile time. And in this situation, like there are situations where you have to write program like this. Like if there is a class which has its child class or multiple child classes, and it wants to access it wants to access those methods of child class which are inherited. So in that situation, you can have method overriding. So method overriding is runtime polymorphism. Polymorphism, see, we are calling same method, but here it is printing different thing, and here it is printing different. We are calling the same. See, the spelling is same. Sh dot print open close semicolon, sh dot print uh, open close semicolon, sh dot print. We are writing the same statement, but every time it is printing different thing. So that's all for today. Any doubt? Anyone? I have written everything here, that parent class reference can refer to child class object and can only access to those properties which the child class has inherited. And child class reference cannot refer to parent class object. That's all. So this topic is completed. Now tomorrow we'll be discussing about abstraction. Inheritance completed. The object-oriented principle uh, polymorphism completed today, and tomorrow we'll complete abstraction. Okay, that's all.